7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello, and welcome to Depraved Indifference to Intelligent Life, my weekly little vlog thing that I do here. And today I'd like to talk to you about Doctor Who, specifically the season finale that, to me, I just watched not that long ago, about maybe a day ago. I just watched it, and by the time this comes out, it'll be a little while. It'll be a few days since it's aired, so spoiler warning right off the bat. But yeah. So, the season finale of Doctor Who kind of came down to a two-parter. The first of which we end up finding a ship kind of reversing away from a black hole, 400-mile-long colony ship, and the time that is at one end of the ship, at the front end of the ship, is moving slower than the time at the other end of the ship. And because of this, there's been some problems. So we end up having Bill getting captured and brought down there. Time passes much quickly for her while she's there, and it ends up that she becomes a Mondasian Cyberman. Trouble in paradise. But also the fact that Missy, because Missy's there, she's been kind of being rehabilitated by the Doctor. And it gets interesting because she ends up running into the Master, her old self, played by John Sim. Yeah, so you get the Master and Missy, who's the mistress, the same character, from different points in time, in the same space. Yeah, things get interesting quickly. That's how the second to last episode ends. The last episode goes through the Master and Missy and the Doctor kind of coming up with a sort of a plan to get out of there. And the Doctor wants to make a last stand. The Master and Missy are kind of like, nope, we're GTFOing. We don't want to be around when this stuff goes down. So things are kind of interesting. And the Doctor has been injured, and he seems to be kind of on the verge of regeneration, but holding it off for that episode. Until it gets down to the last, where he's left alone on the TARDIS, and he has this bit of a monologue between himself and the TARDIS that he doesn't want to change. He doesn't want to regenerate anymore. He wants to stay as he is for the rest of his life, which is, it's kind of interesting. And he goes and stumbles out, and again, he's like forcibly stopping his regeneration. And he has a line that he's said a couple times in the series that, you know, he's the Doctor. He's not a Doctor. He's like the first Doctor, as it were. I can't remember the line exactly, but it's along those lines. And he said it back in the I think Christmas special for the Return of Dr. Mysterio. That one, the last one. And he said it again in this series a couple times, and he kind of says it again. Or rather, it's not him that says it. It's the Doctor that says it, not Peter Capaldi. Because this was the big reveal at the end of that episode, where he's like kind of shouting to himself, and he hears somebody repeating back what he just said, and he's like, "Who are you?" And this fellow steps out, and he's like, "I'm the Doctor. You know, you may be a Doctor, but I'm the Doctor, the first, as it were." Repeating that line to Peter Capaldi's character, because the man who steps out is the Doctor, the first Doctor, from the very first season. It's not the same actor that actor sadly passed away many, many, many years ago. But there was a BBC program all about the creation of Doctor Who, and it used an actor to play William Hartnell, who is the actor who played the first Doctor. And they've used that actor in this to be the first Doctor. So that looks interesting. I am so looking forward to the Christmas special that's coming up, because you're going to see the 13th Doctor. At least I think he's the 13th Doctor. It depends on what you look at, because there's what? The War Doctor was the 9th, then Christopher Eccleston was 10, David Tennant was 11 and 12, and then Matt Smith was 13. So Peter Capaldi's the 14th Doctor. So this will be the 14th Doctor, even though I think people are calling him the 13th. The 14th Doctor meeting with the first Doctor. I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but I am so looking forward to it, because Peter Capaldi has been reminding me a lot of William Hartnell in that role, where he's like this, grumpy, irascible old man, but who can also be very excitable and just kind of childlike in a way. I am looking so forward to Peter Capaldi and the Doctor meeting the first Doctor, and what's going to happen there between all of them. It's going to be good. It's going to be so good. So yeah, I just needed to kind of gush and nerd out about that a bit, and just talk about it, because I think there's going to be some interesting bits here with Peter Capaldi realizing, or Peter Capaldi's Doctor realizing, that regeneration is something that he shouldn't be fighting against, because yeah, he's going to be new, he's going to be a different man, but changing into a different man is kind of what they do. And who knows, he might change into a woman, because that's already been canonized twice now. Two different Time Lords have regenerated into a woman. The Master into Missy, and the commander of the Gallifreyan army, when Peter Capaldi shot him, he not only regenerated into a woman, but into a dark-skinned woman when he was a very old white man. So this can happen, and I am so looking forward to who is going to be the next Doctor, because I've enjoyed so far this wonderful reboot and all of the fun things that can happen. So yes, that's going to be it for this episode of Depraved Indifference. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you like what I'm doing, please give that like button a tap. Give that subscribe button a tap as well if you haven't already. And throw a comment in the comment section. What do you think about the finale of Doctor Who? What do you think about the first Doctor showing back up? And what's going to happen there? Crossing of the time streams. Love me some time travel. So do all that. And until next time, my friends, you all take care. And I'll see you around.